YouTube, what's happening? What's happening? All right, let's get into the crux of this message right here, right? This video. The value of Bitcoin versus the US dollar. And I'm going to keep things relatively simple. Keep it very, very simple. Okay? Bitcoin is a volatile cryptocurrency. It fluctuates high and low every day. Goes up and down. It goes up and down. There's no, there's no guarantee that, if you invest in Bitcoin, that you'll make any profit. That's if you want to trade. If you want to invest and sell it, it's very risky. Very risky. The US dollar is what they call fiat currency. And we all know the US dollar is heavily impacted by inflation. Inflation decreases the buying power of the US dollar. In other words, the dollar whatever you could spend on today, that's worth $1. If inflation rises next year, which it will, whatever you bought today, you'll have to spend more than $1 for next year. Right? When I think of how Bitcoin, if you bought, then this is an analogy or an example that's been circulating around through the internet. And not only through the internet, but on social media in general and in the news outlets. If someone bought $100 worth of Bitcoin back in May, I believe, of 2010, and 7 years later, May of 2017, they would have been a multi-millionaire, upwards of between $70 and $80 million richer. That just says a lot about the capabilities and the capabilities of Bitcoin and the level of faith that people have in it, and how much it's increased in its value over the years. I mean, I don't know any other company or stock or resource or any other market that's produced such gains within 7 years as Bitcoin. So if you're able to have one Bitcoin today, you are extremely lucky, because it's never too late. Some people fear that they missed the train, or they missed the boat, or there's just no chance of them acquiring this thing. And some people don't believe in it. They just don't believe in it at all. I just go by information. I go by factual information. I don't go by the opinions of others, because, opinions, like they say, are like a-holes. Everyone has them. So you can't base your decisions on opinions. I could go by, data, information that's already been documented, and, work from there. I'm not going to go by someone's word of mouth. What's sad is, and I find it crazy in a way, I understand it, because when you don't have anything, when you come from a background where you don't have anything, you're impoverished, and you You know, you've had to struggle all your life. Your family had to struggle all their lives. You come from meager beginnings, and you're blessed enough to have money. In some cases, because if you don't understand, if you don't have the appropriate financial education, you won't know what to do with the money. So you won't know how to build the money or help that money work itself for you by way of making proper moves, creating opportunities, making investments, creating businesses, and allowing compound interest to work its magic in your benefit. If you're not well equipped with that type of information, you're going to spend it. And we've seen it time and time again, and we'll continue to see it time and time again. But now that we're fortunate to see this thing called Bitcoin in action, that's supposed to benefit the world and so-called and they say improve humanity. Now I'm fascinated by it because it's within the past 7 years the gains have been so huge, and it's been life-changing for many people. And a lot of people are not talking about it because, one, they're unaware, and two, they don't care, and they think that it's a joke. They think that it's just not going to have any teeth. It's not going to last. They think it's of a criminal entity, something that's illegal and things of that nature, because they're not willing to look deeper into it, do the proper due diligence or the investigations, right? But that's a whole nother subject. If you're fortunate enough to have Bitcoin today, they say that this thing can increase by, people are speculating. They're guessing these numbers. That's what it is. Speculation is guessing. Okay, they're just guessing. The market is very driven by emotions, the feelings. Believe it or not, that's why they've introduced artificial intelligence by way of robots to conduct trades. Because with the robots and that type of technology, you rule out emotion. The emotional aspect does not get involved in trading, but that's a whole nother subject in itself. If you have Bitcoin today and that you're using it like it's regular currency, that's fine. That's what it's for also. You could also know that you could use it for store value, where it can increase in value over time. How are you going to feel when your coin, this is what I've said before in my previous video, I got to say it again. If today you're spending Bitcoin for cash like it's nothing, right? You're spending in Bitcoin. You're selling it for, like, let's say, because you need $500, so you're going to sell $500 worth of Bitcoin, so you could have $500 in US dollars, in fiat, in cash. When it accrues in value next year, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years, how are you going to feel knowing that if you would have held on to it, you would have been X how many times wealthier? Versus you serving your, instantly gratifying a need that you had today, when you probably could have used a different means instead of selling Bitcoin to take care of your, whatever wants and desires you had at that time. My whole point is, that's why diversification is important too. Not putting all your eggs in one basket, but if you're going to utilize Bitcoin, understand that this thing is scarce. It's already scarce. It was introduced to the world back in 2008 by way of a document called the White Paper, and I think it was it started in 2009. It really came off the ground and has been in existence ever since. It's scarce. It's only 21 million that will ever be mined. So this thing is already scarce. So why are you treating it like it's nothing? In other words, why are you treating it like it's the USD, US dollar, fiat? Like, people don't know what they have until they lose it. Why you just, please, it's not financial advice either. It's just information that I'm sharing, right? That's it. That's what I'm sharing is info. Information for people to think about, to provoke thought, to empower, It's exciting. These are exciting times. These are exciting times. You know, you to participate in something that's revolutionary, where it's changing, it's going against the financial economic structure that's existed for so long. And when I'm talking about existing financial structure, I'm talking about the central banking system is being challenged. The governments around the world are being challenged with this introduction of this Bitcoin and all the altcoins in form of cryptocurrency. You know, they're being challenged by this, and they're finding a way how to get their hands into this. So that shows you right there that the potential for this to develop and affect all of us is unimaginable. Like, we don't know where this can go. We don't know. And 10 years from now, how are you gonna feel if you think and you look back, you say, man, I used to sell 1 Bitcoin every day for USD. Just why? To spend money, just because. And then if you have a family, I mean, you got to think about yourself, your family too. You know, again, passing down the legacy to your family. How this is all about. I mean, you can enjoy life as much as you want, but when you have a family, that's a moment for you to really establish generational wealth, passing down the wealth from one generation to the next, and to the next, and to the next. I mean, really, something to think about. Take care.